Hello everybody, my name's Sean Woolley from Cloudninespain. I'm the Managing Director. With me I have
Dominic, I'm the Sales Director.
My partner in crime for today's quick video. We're going to be talking about the difference between two distinct communities on the coast. One is called the Zagaleta, which many of you may have heard of. It's kind of the one of the most well-known private gated communities in Europe, I would
100%.
say, in terms of the high end of the real estate market. But right next door to Zagaleta, just over the other side of the Ronda Road, which winds its way up from San Pedro up into the hills behind Marbella, there's another very similar gated development, which is called El Madroñal. And they're very similar to look at. They have the same landscape. They have the same feel to them, windy roads going through. It's almost like they're both very private. You need to pass security to get into either of them. And we're just going to be looking at the similarities and also the differences between the two, because when we get a client wanting to look at villas with privacy, with security, with views, then these are two really good areas for them to consider. But they do have different price points and they do have different amenities, and it's important that clients are aware of which may be better for them before they come and look. You've been in both. I've been in both. I used to actually own land in Madroñal, so I kind of know the. Did you not know that?
Oh, Sean, I didn't know.
No, hey, you'll be asking for a pay rise. So just to look at the sort of people who buy there, what would you say?
Starting with Zagaleta?
Yeah, I would say.
Definitely CEOs who are going into retirement. People who look for peace and tranquility, who want to be recluse. But
also, I think maybe want access to amenities on site.
Yeah,
they're
of course.
Into the golf and the horses.
Of course,
and
that does not exclude
fishing
them.
And stuff like that.
Yeah. You just named it, 100%.
I think also, from my experience, the people who want to buy in Zagaleta, you're right. They don't want to be bothered. They don't want to be papped. They don't want to be disturbed by reporters and paparazzi. So it does tend to attract politicians. It attracts royalty.
Yes.
It attracts pop stars.
Maybe even presidents, because there is a myth that Vladimir Putin has a house there.
Yep, I've heard that as well. Vladimir Putin and Hugh Grant.
Yeah.
There you go. I never thought I'd mention those two in the same sentence. Sports stars, we're talking people with a lot of money. It's a very secretive community insofar as we're guessing who lives there. We haven't really got a clue. But obviously living on the coast, we do hear snippets of people who have meant to have bought there.
I mean, Ronaldo was on vacation here and he rented a villa in Zagaleta.
Yeah.
So it just gives you an idea if a high-known actor or superstar comes and he wants to be away from the hype and the paparazzis, as you were saying, that is the address he would choose. Okay.
What about Madroñal? Because Madroñal is very often overlooked, isn't it? And literally, if you haven't done it before, you drive up the Ronda Road and you come to the first entrance to Zagaleta, and even by that time, you've passed 3 of the 6 entrances to Madroñal. And honestly, you look left and you look right. It's the same kind of landscape, isn't it?
It's true, but let's start with the most important. That you have 6 gates in El Madroñal.
Yeah.
And they are gated. It's closed down, but not any security at the gates.
Well, there is security at gate number 3.
Correct.
They have access to video cameras which overlook all the other entrances.
In every entrance, there are 2. In Zagaleta, you have the security man with a gun controlling who comes out, who comes in.
Yeah. So Zagaleta is...
It does bring an advance.
Yeah, no, it does.
Protection.
It's another layer of security, isn't it?
Correct.
And I think for anyone who is paranoid about their security and privacy, then Zagaleta is probably the best address on the coast.
Agreed.
And we always say that to our high net worth clients. If you have that sort of money, you want to invest in a villa, and you don't mind being a 5 or 10 minute drive out of the action on the coast, then Zagaleta really is 100%. One of the very few places.
You mentioned amenities, right? What do you have in El Madroñal?
Nothing.
There you go. So if you want to be in Zagaleta, but you don't want the facilities and you don't want the extra security, you'd go for El Madroñal.
Because it used to be the case that if you bought in Zagaleta, even if you didn't play golf ever, you've got private golf facilities there. I think it's 2 golf courses there, isn't it? And you've got stables, and you've got a helipad, and you've got fishing lakes and all sorts of stuff. But if you didn't use any of those facilities, it used to be the case that as an owner in Zagaleta, you'd still have to pay for them. That's changed recently.
Yeah, thank God.
Because one question I used to always ask clients 5 or 10 years ago when they had the choice was, look, if you don't play golf, if you don't ride horses, if you don't if you don't
Why
fish,
pay for it, right?
Why pay for it? And it was a colossal amount of money. I mean, maybe not for those buyers at that level, but for me and you, it was like, wow.
For you.
So we used to say, look, if you don't need all that, then why don't you look at El Madroñal? Because it's a very similar landscape, very similar look and feel, but you haven't got to pay extra thousands a month for something you're never going to use.
Exactly, and one important thing, although they are next to each other, literally, the accessibility to El Madroñal is much easier. Because Zagaleta is so huge, you can live in the center of it, and it will take you 15 or 10 minutes just to get to the gate, to get to the Ronda Road, to get down.
It will. You're absolutely right. We went to a house, didn't we, a few weeks ago?
Yeah, and it took us 10 minutes to get in from the main gate to the house. It was like 9 minutes.
Yeah, because we had a client who was looking in Zagaleta and also looking in Sotogrande. And of course, Sotogrande seems so far away.
Yeah.
But actually, I think it was about 20 minutes from Sotogrande and about 15 minutes from Zagaleta to Porto Banús. So
It was actually... Okay, I don't want to spoil it, but it was like 35 minutes.
There used to be something that people used to say, okay, Madroñal is old money, Zagaleta is new money. Does that still apply?
Ooh, I've never heard that.
Have you not?
No, I thought it's the same. Actually, I only heard that Zagaleta has old money more than El Madroñal.
Okay.
I've never really heard much of El Madroñal before I wasn't in the business, whereas I heard of Zagaleta being so posh and old money orientated.
He's a name dropper there, that's the thing. He gets a bit excited by sexy names, don't you?
Yeah, but everyone else does with money.
See,
now,
I thought
so.
I'd go nice and quiet, Madroñal, buy a bit of land, build my dream home. Didn't happen. But anyway,
We'll come to that another story.
yeah, price points, what would you
The
say?
rise and fall of El Madroñal.
The rise and fall of Sean Woolley.
In Zagaleta,
how much does it take to get in?
In Zagaleta, starting point is 3 million.
Okay, so 3 million. What would that buy you? 4-bed?
A 4-bed
300 square
house.
meters? 400
Yeah,
square
300-400 square meters plot.
But not
like
on the best plot.
3,000, no sea view, maybe on a shady side of the mountain.
Okay, and in Madroñal for 3 million, you can buy something really nice.
And this is where the difference
yeah,
lies,
it
in
is.
my opinion.
It is. If you want to be in Zagaleta because you want the name and the address and that really extra security levels, then fine. But you need to pay for that. Madroñal, if you're not so bothered about those things and you don't want the golf on site, blah 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 blah, you can get something. You can get a really nice house.
Yeah.
One thing that I did notice in Madroñal is that most of the houses in there, certainly up to the last year or two, have been quite traditional in terms of style.
Oh yes, agreed.
It suits the landscape basically because you're looking at forests of cork and oak. So the rustic
Madroñal tree.
Andalusian.
Don't forget that. El
about to be taught
Madroñal
something.
tree is
Yeah.
a tree with a special fruit they call Madroñal.
Okay, all right, very good.
Yeah, so that's where the origin comes from.
What does Zagaleta mean?
Zagaleta means ex-gunlord bought the land, and that's
And don't
topic
forget
for another
that
discussion.
both of these communities also have quite a history to them. Zagaleta used to be the hunting grounds of Adnan Khashoggi, who's well known, not necessarily in a good way. And in fact, you still have deer roaming around those
Yeah.
grounds. In fact, they have to build the houses quite a distance apart because the deer have right of way.
And how beautiful is that? So you're protecting nature and the inhabitant species,
Yeah,
but
until-
you're also getting yourself a nice distance from your neighbors, so you will not hear them.
No, until they start pooping in your back garden.
Oh my god, I was gonna say you will not hear them poop, and I thought this is not right to say, and then you said that. Jesus Christ.
Anyway,
But
that's a
yeah,
matter
you get
to be
the
brought
point.
up with the community.
Yeah, you get the point.
Anyway, Madroñal was the land owned by the goldsmith? Didn't Goldsmith, I forget his first name, didn't he die in Madroñal?
I think so, yeah.
Anyway, but Diana, Princess of Wales, used to come on holiday in Madroñal and stuff like that, I believe. So they both have history, but people know of them, and it's nice. Look, they're both amazing places. I would quite happily live in either of them. But which would you choose?
Oh,
So
yeah.
you've got
No,
5 million.
If I had 10 million, I would go Zagaleta.
Yeah.
If I had 5 million, I would consider El Madroñal.
Well, that's a pretty good way of looking at
Yeah.
it, actually. I'd
Because first and foremost, you will not probably get a house that justifies a price tag of 10 million in El Madroñal.
No.
I don't think so.
No, you wouldn't.
Whereas you will in Zagaleta. On a
The only thing
triple
about
plot.
these two places is that if you fancy sort of walking to the pub on a Friday night and having a few beers, forget it. Unless you've got a chauffeur on standby.
See,
It's
that's,
not that
that's
sort of
the wrong
place.
thinking.
It's the wrong
Because
thinking.
if you're so wealthy,
Yeah.
you buy yourself a house in Zagaleta and you build your own pub to which you can walk.
You can build your own pub. Or you
And that
can
is
or you can just
what makes
entertain and have
Zagaleta
loads of
cool.
dinner parties. and as you say, have a bar in your home.
Yeah. So I think, just to quickly say, people who do live in Zagaleta are less likely to get out of Zagaleta for anything else, whereas people who live in Madroñal will be more remote and more out there. Does that make sense?
Should we tell them it does make sense and just move on?
Yes. I think that's a good idea.
Anyway, so yeah, if you have 3 million euros or upwards, then certainly there'll be things to look at in fact, for 2 million in probably Madroñal. Yeah.
I saw one for 2.3 the other day and it was beautiful.
In Madroñal.
Yeah.
It's a nice, look, both of them are beautiful places. I would strongly recommend, if you're thinking of investing in that area, moving in, is to have a look at both.
100%.
As I say, unless you specifically need that top levels of security and you feel paranoid about safety and...
Or you do travel with a helicopter.
Yeah, in which case Zagaleta fits the bill.
Yeah, there is a helicopter pad in Marbella, which you can use, but it's cooler if you land in your own airport with a helicopter and then the chauffeur picks you up with a Rolls Royce. It's a different class.
And Zagaleta actually lay on all those services, don't they?
Yeah.
Because they have the clubhouse and they have the staff on site, so whatever you need, if you need your fridges stacking with cold drinks before you get from the airport, whatever. So just, you let them know and they do whatever, or they can come and pick you up from the airport, or however, whatever you want, they are there for you. So that's a quick rundown of the similarities and differences.
Look, it's Vladimir Putin, who, by the way, does have a house there. I'm kidding.
Anyway, give us a call if you'd like to know more.
All right, thank you
Cheers,
for joining us.